a lot of fun on this roller coaster. It's up and down and all around, and it's really, really fun. But Gary Bettman says I have to go watch some paint dry now. Hey, this overtime period has been super exciting, tons of scoring chances and huge saves, and it's super, super exciting. But Gary Bettman says I have to go watch a shootout now. What's up, Caps fans? Yes, it is always a shame to have a good hockey game ruined by the shootouts. But that is Gary Bettman's NHL, and Gary Bettman's position is a lifetime position, and so we will not get rid of him until he decides it is time to go. Oh my God! Gary Bettman is 71 years old? Dude, what are you doing? Go lay on a beach somewhere, man. Go play some shuffleboard. Go play some golf. Do anything that is not running the National Hockey League. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Okay, we're getting off track here. The Washington Capitals lose 4-3 in a shootout to the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Caps had two surprise subtractions from their lineup just prior to puck drop on this game, as both Evgeny Kuznetsov and Sonny Milano missed this game for different reasons. Evgeny Kuznetsov was out with an illness again. I believe that's the third time already this season that he has missed a game specifically due to an illness. So that's a little bit weird, and that is certainly something to keep an eye on moving forward here. And then Sonny Milano, he missed the game due to what the team termed an upper body injury, which they said he sustained sometime during the weekend's games. He did take a pretty good headshot there over the weekend, so hopefully it is not a concussion for Sonny Milano. Anyways, first period. It was a good period by the Washington Capitals, especially defensively, as they only allowed the Philadelphia Flyers 2 shots on net for the whole period, and they outshot the Flyers 7-2, but alas, the game remained scoreless. Oh, and new Cap, Joel Edmondson, absolutely wrecked old Cap Garnet Hathaway. Oh my goodness. A massive, massive body check that sent shockwaves throughout the entire arena. So there is also that. That was a little bit weird to see Garnet Hathaway getting wrecked, first of all. And second of all, Garnet Hathaway wearing a different jersey other than a Washington Capitals jersey. Still a little bit weird. Still don't really like it. Second period, the Flyers would score the game's first goal to make it 1-0, but their lead did not last very long at all. As Spencer Carberry, he sends out his McPromo line, okay? That's what we're calling them now, so get on board. That is the name, the McPromo line. And hey, shout out to Sammy Silber of the Hockey News. Silber, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, the McPromo line, Spencer Carberry sends it out there. That being, of course, Connor McMichael, Alexei Protas, and Anthony Mantha. McPromo, you get it? So they go out there and they immediately get the goal right back for the Caps, scoring just 46 seconds after the Flyers had made it 1-0. And I've noticed that this has become something that Carberry is doing a lot. And that is utilizing that third line anytime the Caps have just been scored upon. And he keeps doing it because it keeps working. Anytime the Caps give up a goal against, okay, Spencer Carberry, he comes right back immediately with the Protas McMichael Mantha line, and they immediately score a goal of their own almost every single time. It has been like clockwork, and that obviously, you know, the point of doing that right after the other team has just scored is to obviously negate the goal that the opposition has just scored by scoring one of your own, and it has worked very well for the Washington Capitals and for Spencer Carberry putting out that McPromo line. And seriously, like, I'm not kidding, it works immediately almost every single time. It has been amazing. Like, go back and watch the games that the Caps have played in these last few weeks since that line was put together, and just look at how many times they are scoring a goal for us on the very next shift after we have just been scored upon. You know, they go out there, they make it happen right away. And it's something that is just so useful to a head coach to have a line like that. They're almost like the ultimate eraser line, right? Like, we get scored upon and they just erase it. They just wipe it out right away, scoring a goal of their own, negate the goal that the opposition just scored. And on this night, for the eraser line, it is Connor McMichael getting the goal, and it was a beauty. First off, Anthony Mantha fights off a check, skating the puck into the Flyers zone, and he sends a pass cross ice in Alexei Protas's direction. Protas then centers to Connor McMichael in front of the net, and McMichael pulls off a move that you really only see in video games to deke the Flyers' tendy right out of his jockstrap here, and tie the game up at 1 for the Washington Capitals. Connor McMichael's 6th of the season already, assisted by Alexei Protas and Anthony Mantha. This line is lit, grab the sunscreen. Then, on the power play, an Alex Ovechkin one-timer dazes the Flyers netminder after it rattles off of his mask. The referees do not blow the whistle. That is kind of a subjective thing. That's kind of like within the referee's discretion. And that gives Dylan Strome enough time to find Tom Wilson in front, and Willie stashes his 10th goal of the season already. They say he's a goon, but he is on pace for 32 goals this season, so if that is a goon, then please give me any and all available goons. Beautiful cross-crease pass by Dylan Strome there to set that up as well, and so it is 2-1 for your Washington Capitals. And that's how the second period would end. Third period, Joel Farabee ties it up for the Flyers, but a few minutes later, Dylan Strome would answer for the Caps. His 12th goal of the season already, restores the Caps lead. He is on pace for 40 goals this season, and that one is assisted by Alexei Protas and Tom Wilson. So 2-point nights each for Dylan Strome, for Tom Wilson, for Alexei Protas. A goal and an assist each for Strome and Wilson, and 2 primary assists for Alexei Protas, who has been a primary point machine. And Dylan Strome has been like Mr. Go-Ahead Goal this season. Seriously, go back and watch how many of his goals this season have been go-ahead markers for the Caps. It is unreal. Mr. Clutch. Unfortunately, the Flyers would add another goal of their own as well. Kind of a lucky, seeing eye wrist shot that found its way through bodies and in from all the way back at the point. But a goal's a goal, and they all count just the same, unfortunately, for us here. And so we are all tied up at 3 and heading to overtime, where unfortunately nothing would be solved, and so we head to the bane of my very existence, the shootout. Retire, Gary! In the shootout, TJ Oshie would score a goal that is going to be on highlight reels for months, if not years. That was absolutely filthy. And then Charlie Lindgren would make a diving, old school, super cool poke check that is also going to be on highlight reels for months. But then, unfortunately, he pushed his luck with it a bit too far with the next shooter, going for it for the second time in a row, and this time the Flyers shooter was ready for it, and so he evaded it perfectly, depositing the winning goal. But still, you have to love the confidence of Charlie Lindgren there, to employ that old school move, and not just once, but twice. So, he's got balls the size of cantaloupes. That Chucky does. Flyers win it in the gimmick 4-3. But another solid effort. Not a ton to complain about here, as the Caps now have at least a point in their last 4 straight games. All right, Caps fans, that is it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below for me. Do me that solid. And hey, click on that subscribe button as well if you haven't already done so. I appreciate it so much. Love making these videos for you guys. I'm having so much fun doing them. And really the community of people who, comments and messages, all that is really the best part of this. So having so much fun doing it. It helps that our Caps are winning. Hope they keep it up. Shootouts notwithstanding. But until next time, babes, and as always, let's go Caps.